Hey guys, here's Hawaiian roll ham and cheese sliders. I've used two different toppings, everything bagel, and this one just says Parmesan and butter. And I used thick cuts of meat from honey baked ham. And I also added Chick-Fil-A sauce for extra flavor. If you want to see how to make these delicious game day snacks or appetizers, keep watching. Here's the ingredients for ham and cheese Chick-fil-A sliders. Now I'm calling them Chick-fil-A sliders because I'm using Chick-fil-A sauce. I've got a 9x13 foil pan. I'm going to spray that with some ham. I've got some butter, Swiss cheese, and American cheese. I don't have enough Swiss to do it entirely in Swiss. I'm going to use Parmesan cheese, everything bagel, and I've got some leftover honey baked ham. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer, channel Quick, Fast, Easy Meals. I've got one 12-pack package of Hawaiian rolls. I have my oven set at 350 degrees. This comes together in less than 30 minutes. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get everything set up. Let's get cooking. Okay, I'm going to attempt to slice this entire roll in half, ever so gently and neatly. This is how you make the sliders with the Hawaiian rolls. Every time I do this, it never turns out like I want it to. I always have a hard time cutting these in half. So maybe I should split them. If you guys got an easier way to do this, let me know. Because every time I make these, it seems to be my problem, is getting these sliders sliced in half nicely. Everyone makes it look so easy, but for me it is not working out quite as easy. Yeah, it's starting to rip there, so don't be alarmed. It's only just my husband and I. I'm going to put you guys on pause and get this set up. Okay guys, I lost two. Those came out kind of jacked up, so I'm not going to use that. So now at this point, what you do is take the tops off, and I'm going to add the Chick-fil-A sauce. You can use anything you like on yours. We just happen to really like Chick-fil-A. Spread it liberally on there. You don't have to put anything on here really. You can just leave them plain. These are perfect for game day or a snack. We're having them as snacks. Add a little bit more to that. I've already sprayed my dish with non-stick cooking spray. Then I'm going to add the cheese. It's kind of weird. I don't have enough bread here to cover these perfectly. So I'm just going to cover them. I'm using American and Swiss because that's all I had. You can use whatever you like. Do that like that. I'm going to split this one too, just to make sure they're all covered in cheese. Okay, now I'm going to get the ham. I'm using honey baked ham that is pre-sliced. It's pretty thick, so that's also a challenge using this recipe that I'm using leftover ham. So most people would just use deli ham for this. So I'm going to go this way, I think. Yeah. They'll be a little bit more difficult to cut, but there'll be plenty of ham in each sandwich. Okay. Put that there. Okay, they're not the neatest or the cutest, but they will still turn out delicious. I'm just putting the tops back on the buns. And I'm going to put these ever so carefully, if I can, into my, there we go. Got them in my dish. Remember, I'm missing two here that didn't turn out properly when I cut them. So now I'm going to take my melted butter. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to this. You can add Worcestershire, honey butter, Dijon mustard, a lot of different things. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter and some Parmesan cheese. Then I'm going to brush the tops of these with this mixture. Some people pour it all over. I don't like it that way. I found that sometimes the sandwiches are too wet and too gooey. So I just like to brush it on. And since half of these are for my husband, those of you that know me, welcome back. You know, I upload 2 videos a week. I always include an inspirational quote, tell a controversial joke. He's very picky. He's not going to like them with parsley or anything crazy on there. So what I'm going to do for these 4 and leave him 6, I am going to put everything bagel seasoning on mine and just shake it across the top. You can do poppy seeds, whatever you like. Now I'm going to cover this with foil, put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and then remove it for another 8 minutes, and they should be completely cooked. Oh yeah, another crucial step, you want to spray your foil to make sure it doesn't stick. Just want to make sure I let you guys know that. Okay, after 20 minutes, I'm going to remove the foil. The 20-minute time is just enough time to make sure you get your ham and cheese melted. Then these go back in the oven for another 8 minutes just to brown up. Okay, there you have it. 20 minutes covered and then 8 minutes uncovered. And these just have the butter and the Parmesan cheese. And this has butter, Parmesan cheese, and everything bagel. So I'm going to show you a little trick. If you're going to use a cutting board, which I am, I have a wet paper, dish towel underneath my cutting board that keeps it from sliding around as I cut these. So let me get these set up so I can show you how they look. Okay, I'm going to cut these. And in all honesty, I used leftover honey baked ham, and you see it was pretty thick sliced. This works much better with deli ham. But like I said, this is a leftover recipe. I wanted to use my leftover ham that I had from the holiday. So that's why I used the thick sliced honey baked ham. I'm just cutting these. Show you what they look like with the Chick-fil-A sauce. Delicious. Definitely might want to give it a try using whatever kind of sauce or dip you like with these. And they're very, very cheesy. I used American and Swiss, and you see the Swiss cheese and the thick slice of ham. So I'm going to get everything set up. These are very delicious, perfect for game day, holidays, snacks, charcuterie board again, or just for dinner. We're having these for dinner. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get everything set up so I can tell you guys my joke. There you have it, completely cooked. And I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 12. I'm missing 2 because you should have a dozen. But I don't know if you guys can help me out. Leave me a message underneath. This is the 3rd time I've made these, and that I can never get the bread to slice perfectly. But these have the everything but bagel on them, and these are just butter and Parmesan cheese. Most recipes have you douse the whole tray in the sauce that you prepare, but I found them to be soggy and gooey on the bottom, and that's a deal breaker for me. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me tell you guys my joke. Gertrude, a 94-year-old widow, was heartbroken after her husband Harold died. She decided to end it all with his old army pistol. But to make sure she didn't just cripple herself, she called the doctor. She said, "Doctor, where exactly is a woman's heart?" He said, "It's under the left breast." That night, she was admitted to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the left knee. That is so sad and terrible. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. More importantly, share and comment. I love responding to each and every comment. These Hawaiian rolls, yeah, as you noticed, I'm not great at cutting them. I've had that happen 2 times, so it'll never happen again. I'll do it off camera. Or if somebody has a tip, they can teach me how to get that to slice through. Maybe the bread should be frozen. I don't know. It was warm on the countertop. But you see, I lost 2 of the sliders. But the Chick-fil-A sauce really makes it next level. And I like it with thicker ham. I didn't use deli ham. I used a ham left over from the holidays. But you can swap out the meats, any kind of cheese. I use 2, American and Swiss. But definitely try it with the Chick-fil-A sauce. It elevates it a little more than just mustard mayo. So everybody have a good evening. God bless. And I hope to see you on the next one. Easy Super Bowl recipe.